What's up, y'all? This is your boy Eddie Jackson. We're back with the Drop That Podcast, baby. Yo, before we start, I want to shout out our sponsor, okay? Because this is brought to you by Laid Back TV. More than 10,000 channels, movies on demand, every sports channel, only $25 for fucking month. We're going to shut down Xfinity. We're going to shut down Spectrum. Yo, it's a wrap for them, okay? We got every HBO, every Cinemax, every Showtime, every Stars, pay-per-views, UFC, boxing, you name it, it's all over, you know what I'm saying? Every language, English, Spanish, French, Italian, fucking Tagalog, Taiwanese, Japanese, you name it, okay? Whatever language you speak, we can make sure it's not just one-dimensional with English, okay? Check them out on layback.tv.com. That's LAYBACK TV.com. Now, back to the episode. Yo, guys, it's wrestling talk. Wrestling. Yo, this was an incredible week. Holy shit. Did you guys understand that when it comes down to Raw, Smackdown, shit, even NXT, multiple factions, multiple storylines, it is very, very hard to keep up with, but we do it as fans. Shit is crazy, you know what I'm saying? Look at all the shit that went down with Raw, you know what I'm saying? Did you see it looked like an interview or a therapy session with Uncle Howdy and Bo Dallas, brother of the legendary and late great Bray Wyatt. This is interesting. You know what I mean? It's Uncle Howdy asking questions to Bo Dallas. This was deep, you know, and they bring back just, you know, what happened with Bray, how that hurt him, how it made him lost and so forth. Yo, this is like cinematic. How it is, how it's showing, what they're saying, it is super cinematic, and I cannot believe we're here to witness it. This is incredible. I'm glad that Triple H, Paul Levesque, and the creative team are not rushing this when it comes down to Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Six. I can't even say it right because it's sick. The word sick, S-I-C-K, with the S at the end. So we'll just call it Wyatt Sick, or Wyatt Six. But I'm glad they're not rushing it because I'm kind of confused. I'm not confused. I'm just curious how far they're gonna go. You know what I mean? With it, it's gonna be very interesting to see how far they go with this. You know what I mean? How, you know, like the Wyatt Six hasn't even had a first match yet. You know what I mean? That faction has not had a match yet. We don't even know how that's gonna be. You know what I mean? Like Nikki Cross is and the character she's bringing to the table. It's, you know, smoke all up in the ring. You know, stalking Chad Gable and stuff like that. You know, she's really like committed. And so is the whole faction. So I'm glad they're building this. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and I'm glad they're taking their time with it. But it was incredible how they made that occur. You know, shout out to the production team. What else did we get? We got the Judgment Day. They won the World Tag Team Championships. They got the titles back. That's right. That's correct. You heard it. The Awesome Truth are no longer World Tag Team Champions. They do vow to get the titles back. But right now we got Finn Balor and JD McDonough as the new World Tag Team Champions with the help from the Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan. It is pretty deep what's going on with Liv Morgan and the Judgment Day. She helped them win the Tag Team Championship by interfering in the match on purpose. You know, attacked R-Truth, and we got World Tag Team Champions. That's now 2 championships. Now, you know, the Judgment Day still got it back. I don't think they defend on Money in the Bank, but I do think they're going to defend those titles probably in a rematch at SummerSlam. Makes sense. It's the Cleveland Browns Stadium, and The Miz is from Cleveland. Like if you have a Cleveland native, a Cleveland-born native superstar in the game, I think you should put them, make sure they perform over there at the Cleveland Browns Stadium. So far, Cleveland, Ohio, is home of the Miz and the United States champion Logan Paul. So I guarantee they're going to be on that card for SummerSlam. But yeah, they got the World Tag Team Championships. And speaking of Liv Morgan, there was like a little segment where Zelina Vega and her were going at it, and Zelina challenged her for the Women's World Championship. You see Rey Mysterio jumping in. You see Dominic Mysterio coming in and actually helping. He shoves Rey Mysterio, and it looked like he was defending Liv Morgan, which makes it very interesting. It makes very, very interesting with that. I don't know. And a lot of people are if you take a look at the highlights, JD McDonough and Finn Balor, after they won the tag team championship and walked down the aisle, they actually held up the titles posing with Liv Morgan. That's already JD, Finn, and Dominic, who are making it really worse for when Mommy returns. And yeah, it's gonna be but closing that Judgment Day subject. Shout out to Rhea Ripley and Buddy Murphy of House of Black over there in AEW. Shout out to them. They got married this past week. To the lovely couple, kudos. I love how the dress and how the suit was. It was all black. That shit was fucking dope. They had one incredible wedding picture. So salute to them. I hope honeymoon goes great and kind of look like Mommy's gonna be coming back soon. Moving on. Oh, speaking of Judgment Day, before we close out, Damian Priest and Seth freaking Rollins both made a deal with each other for their World Heavyweight Championship over at Money in the Bank, at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view premium live event. I'm sorry, I'm old school. If Seth freaking Rollins, before I say that, if Damian Priest wins and retains the World Heavyweight Championship, as long as he's champion, Seth freaking Rollins does not get a shot at the world title. But if Seth freaking Rollins wins the world championship again, Damian Priest must leave the Judgment Day. I think this was like a test to see, if it's time for him to exit and go on his own. I've thought he should have done that way before, his first title defense of the world title. I think he should be on his own as a heel. I think he would do very incredible. He's been a fan of Scott Hall / Razor Ramon, and his gear is actually inspired by him, and I think he should use that moniker. Oh yeah, Chico. Kind of how Razor Ramon used to do it, but instead of a white guy doing it, Damian Priest is Boricua, so it would actually make sense. So I think this is a test to see if it's time for him to make his exit out the Judgment Day, and probably everyone goes their separate ways. Oh shit, on Smackdown, Bloodline. The Bloodline held an acknowledgement ceremony where everybody every member acknowledged Solo Sikoa as the tribal chief, except Paul Heyman, and they attacked him. Holy shit. They gave him the Samoan spike, they gave him a headbutt from the turnbuckle, and they gave him a powerbomb on the commentator table. That is crazy. This is going to make it very spicy for when Roman returns, and I think when he returns, he's going to be introduced by Paul Heyman. But it's all about when. Somewhere I would say it's in between SummerSlam and Survivor Series on Roman's return. War Games will be interesting if he returns. And shout out to everybody who qualified for the Money in the Bank matches, women and men. We got Naomi, Tiffany Stratton, Chad Gable, LA Knight, and Lara Valkyria. I can't even say her name right, but they all qualified for the Money in the Bank matches. So shout out to them. The Money in the Bank matches are really looking spicy right now, but I can't wait. That's gonna hold down until next weekend. But for now, this is the Drop That Podcast. Check out your boy out over there at youtube.com/@DropThatPodcast. Hit that subscribe button, like the page, comment if you want. We doing shit. Yo, it's fucking fun times. All right, come and talk with us. All right, I'm your boy Eddie Jax. Peace. We out.